If you have an account on social media and if you have a decent internet connection, then you probably know what Tiger King is. But if not, it was a documentary that was released back when America was just beginning its quarantine. So everyone that was trapped at home had easy access to the whole documentary, and because we were all going crazy with nothing to do, we watched the entire thing. And by we, I mean pretty much all of us. And once word spread about how insane that show is, more and more people started watching it. And it was crazy. I mean, every person in that documentary feels made up. The amount of sex, drugs, murder, and animal trafficking that was all fit into that one documentary was mind-blowing. But I'm not here to talk about how crazy a documentary was. Unfortunately, it does get worse. And I wish it was just a wild show that we all watched and talked about for a few months and then moved on. Like, that would be ideal. The issue is, if there's anything mildly successful in America, you can believe that people are going to try to make money off of it. Just a few months after the documentary was out, Amazon announced that they were going to be making a movie based on ᶫᵒᵒᵒ with Nicolas Cage as the lead role. And everyone was so amazed at the possibilities of how wild that would be that they kind of forgot that, they'd just seen it. Like, the movie is going to be about what happens in the documentary, and you just saw the documentary, so you know what happens. The only difference is that an actor you all like is going to be playing the real-life person. There were also a few petitions floating around to get ᶫᵒᵒᵒ freed from prison, and the reason why is because people loved him in the show so much. Like, they thought he was funny and eccentric and, like, a cool-seeming guy. But he was in jail for attempted murder. So, why did everyone forget that? Why are you all trying to free a man who tried to get someone killed because of his meme potential? And Carole Baskin. Oh my God. Oh, Carole Baskin. Throughout the documentary, there is a mountain of evidence implying that this woman killed her husband. Like, fed him to her tigers. Literally, any fan of the show is pretty much convinced that she did it. And the show's kind of like, well, we'll never know, but God, come on. And yet, despite Carole Baskin forever being associated with the murder of her husband, she just got on Dancing with the Stars, like the celebrity dance show. I'm going to show a clip. If you've seen it, you know exactly what to prepare for. But for all of you who don't know what's coming, good luck.
Dancing the Paso Doble with her partner Pasha, it's Carole Baskin.
And it was to Eye of the Tiger. They know exactly what they're doing. And if you're asking yourself, well, why would that network want Carole Baskin to appear on their show if she's so controversial? You know why. It's because they want her to be newsworthy and they want to draw up a lot of attention so more people watch it and they get more money. And of course, it worked. I just think it's so weird that they decided to blatantly ignore the fact that this woman probably fed her husband to a bunch of apex predators. And yes, I know that's not confirmed, but the entire country basically thinks that she did it. So it doesn't make a difference if the network thinks she did or didn't. They still had her on the show. If I could get broad with it for a little bit, this is actually a problem I have with American culture. We can't seem to differentiate the people from the content therein. The people who appear in the Tiger King documentary are being treated like characters on a TV show, And it's a documentary. It's not a TV show. These aren't fake. These aren't people who were come up with by like a team of writers. These are real people. My issue is that people are viewing them as characters and not actual humans. And if people do see them as humans, usually they just don't care. Because it's entertaining to see what happens to them and what they do. And, oh, the mystery on if Carole Baskin killed her husband or not is fun. And not, the tragic loss of a human life. And you know what broke my heart during that whole documentary? The tigers. These people would preach the whole documentary about how much they love their tigers and how much they care for their tigers. But then anytime the camera was actually pointed at the tigers, we just saw a bunch of tired animals in really small pens just overheating in Florida. But nobody seems to care about that at all. No, they think ᶫᵒᵛᵉᵧ is funny because he's Southern. I don't know why I said Southern like that. You know what the worst part about all of this is? It's that this is the end of my video. Because there's really not much more I can say about this. I'm not gonna change American culture with my little YouTube channel, you know what I mean? I just don't think we should be treating Carole Baskin and ᶫᵒᵛᵉᵧ like movie characters for our entertainment. But I can't exactly convince everybody to just stop doing that. It's part of American culture. It's been ingrained into our minds since like our first exposure to media and celebrity culture. Like, it's going to take a long time to unlearn that. And really the only way we as the common people are going to affect any change is if we don't watch the Tiger King movie and if we don't tune in to Dancing with the Stars. Because then the companies that fund those projects won't get money, and then they won't do it again because they didn't get enough money. It's just about money. Like, that's all they care about. And there's really nothing we can do about those tigers. Like, those animals are stuck there. Like, I want to do something to help them, but I'm just one man, and that's 1,000 tigers, and that's a pretty rough ratio. I don't know what this video was, but it's just food for thought. Tiger food for thought. Carole's husband is tiger food. She obviously did it, right? Like, we watched the same documentary. Why are they asking us to watch her dance? All right, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. You don't have to follow me on Instagram, but you do have to follow me on Twitter because I like it more. I appreciate all the love and support you guys show me. It really means a lot, and I don't know how to thank you besides saying thank you. So thank you. All right, video's over. Love you.